Okay, this is a quick video on what to do with all those old Ni Cad powered power tools that you have that are no longer any good because the batteries are dead. This is a quick video on converting them to use the Milwaukee 18-volt battery supply. I'm going to make a cable to connect these batteries to my Milwaukee setup that I just purchased. It truly can't get any simpler than this. Basically, you just get a cable and a couple of connectors, and make sure you label the hot red so that you know when you're sticking it in positive, you're going to stick it in the positive on the Milwaukee battery. You just pop that in there like that, pop that in there like that, you get the positive, negative. Then you take the cable and you plug it into a wire that you installed on your device, and that's what I'm going to show you how to do. So you just plug this in, and now you have all the tools that I have that use this battery system are now functional again. The same process pretty much works with all of your different types of 18-volt Ni Cad batteries. You just basically plug in that same cable. I'm going to do this sander. It's a different type of battery than I did before, but basically the tools that you need: Phillips screwdriver, open up the case, and voila, you have your battery pack there. I'll take this out. Okay, so this is different from the other ones. And this is totally different. This one's different from the other ones because it's using two batteries up in the handle. So we'll have to take this apart, and we'll solder our positive and negative to this bracket, and then we'll probably have to hot glue gun this inside of here. So I'm going to go ahead and disassemble this unit right here. Pry that up. Pry that up. Take this off. Let's get rid of these batteries. So yeah, this is a different setup. Okay. And you have to make sure that you got positive and negative, positive, negative. Let's see how this is going to fit back in there. Okay, this looks like I'm going to have to get some epoxy glue and glue these tabs on. spot keep them in place. Okay, I've done 2 of these already with 2 different types of batteries, and believe me, this is the one that's the most complicated. The other ones, you just basically clip the wires from the batteries and then solder the new connector onto those wires. But in this one, we had the tabs soldered onto, or spot welded onto the top of the battery, so I had to remove those. So that means I have to solder these onto these tabs. Now before you do that, you have to drill a hole in the case so that you can run this up. So drill it right at the top here, because this sits down on top of there, and the unit sits right on this ledge. So I want to make sure I have good clearance right there. I'm going to drill this right in the back. I want to be as close as I can because that is kind of a short lead there. Just drill a hole, nice little hole in there. And you feed your connector through. Now you can solder the tabs. You have to solder these tabs on, and I checked, it doesn't matter which tab is which because they're the same. I'm just going to fold that over like that so it holds it in place. Stick this one on and fold that over, do the same thing. Now you just want to solder those together, and I'll do that. So I'm using the Milwaukee 12-volt soldering gun, cordless soldering gun. This is an excellent little tool. I love it. Okay, got this little solder joint there. Now, this is the little tab that came out of here. So now, you're going to have to stick these up through there. Okay, the important thing right now is to make sure you have positive on the right side. And or positive on the correct spot for your battery. You have positive here. You have to make sure that this is positive. And with these plugs, when it comes off the battery, the positive is the shielded one, or the female, and the negative is the male. That's coming off of your battery. So when you hook this up, you have to make sure that to get the polarities correct, that your positive has to be the male and your negative has to be the female. Alright. I'm going to use Gorilla Glue. Hold that in place. Supply of Gorilla Glue. Okay. Let that set up. Before we do the other side, we'll let that side harden before we do the other side. my hot glue gun is hot, so I can't stick this down through here. So I'm going to have to make sure I got it lined up right again. That positive and blue is on the left side from the rear. Okay? Take the hot glue gun and squirt some glue in here. Nothing there. Now, stick that in. Yeah. To keep this cord from pulling, I'm going to take some Gorilla Glue and put on a piece of rubber here. Nice amount of it on a piece of rubber there. Do that onto this cable. I have it on the cable. I glued that right onto the cable there. What that actually does is just give me a nice little protection that this cord can't pull through. Would have liked to have had that a little longer, but like I said, this was the most difficult of all the ones. So I'm going to take a hot glue gun, since it's still a little hot, just kind of double protect this right here. Filled up. Okay. Put it back together. Okay, see how she snaps together. Well, for a try. Got a battery right here. Plug her in. Let's see what we got. Success. The only thing I want to do different is make this a little longer, but since I didn't know what type of battery setup this was, I had this cable a little too short in my prep. Electric sander, battery powered sander, hooked up to Milwaukee battery, 18 volt.